and welcome back. It's me, Sean Carson, and this is Closing Sideburg. This is episode 5, so it looks like kind of things are going along. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and go tell a friend, please. On today's episode, we're going to talk about when a fight breaks out in your restaurant, and I get the feeling that this has happened more often than not. Servers, if you're watching this video, I want to hear from you in the comments. Tell me about it, because I'm about to tell you about mine. When I was working at the sports bar, anytime that there was a UFC fight that we showed, almost always there was a fight in the parking lot. And it was just so just ridiculous on some monkey see, monkey do bullshit. And that was kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to find a new job. Just tired of worrying about there being, violence at my restaurant. So one night when we weren't showing a fight, it was a Monday off season. Two groups got into it on the patio. A bunch of douchebag Americans thought that they could sort of sun this group of Canadians that were quiet and polite. And listen, I don't know where we got this stereotype that Canadians were just all polite and meek and pushovers. If you are Canadian and you're watching this video, can you shed some light on this and let me know where that stereotype came from? But anyways, this all started over a television that nobody was watching. So you have these douchey frat boy Americans with their tribal brand tattoos and their tight affliction t-shirts. They're all just goofing off and just a pain. And then these Canadian guys asked me very politely, hey, can you get the Canucks game on this TV, right above us? I turned like I always do, like you always should as a good server, and asked everybody on the patio, yo, is anybody watching this TV right here? Most people gave me very verbal cues, nah, man, I'm good. Or just kind of said, no. I change it. As soon as I change it, the American guys that were not watching this TV get super upset. And they're making all this sassafras and just And I said, listen, I asked everybody out here and y'all didn't say nothing. Y'all were too busy in your phones. So this guy, one guy at this table just will not stop. He just keeps going on and on about, oh, I don't want to watch hockey. Now keep in mind, there's 7 other TVs out here, but this guy's going on and on and on about it. On some real sort of nationalist shit, hockey's a Canadian sport or whatever. And then so he just goes on, and one of the guys from the Canadian table, he says, hey, why don't you stop crying about it? He had the really thick Canadian accent. So these guys get mad, the American guys, and they throw a beer glass over at the Canadian guys. And it's 3-on-3. And at first, it's just these people right here fighting. So it's 3-on-3. It's an even match. And then I swear to God, on some wild shit, everyone on the patio started fighting. You ever watch those old videos from the Wild Wild West where it's an entire saloon and everyone is punching people? It was just like that on a Monday night, on literally a just quiet Monday night. Everyone is fighting, chairs are flying, drinks are flying, there's people ducking under the tables. It was just a complete mess. So I'm trying to get out of there to safety. I'm trying to get my coworker Brittany, shout out to Brittany, by the way. We're trying to get out, and these guys are all punching, everybody's yelling, everybody's screaming. So somebody called the cops. I don't know who, but somebody called the cops. So the cops show up because they usually were kind of patrolling the area. The cops show up and they're beating people with their nightsticks, and people are getting pepper sprayed, and it is just a fucking scene. How literally in the span of 6 seconds, it went from just peaceful, quiet Monday night, I can't wait to get cut so I can sit down and have a drink, to pure mayhem. Everyone yelling, screaming, running, punching, kicking, to the point that there was even a man that was like, okay, there where the patio is, like right down below us on the sidewalk, there was a man waiting for a bus. And I don't know what this fight triggered in him, but this guy literally ran up on the patio and just started fighting. He was just punching any and everybody. He had nothing to do with the fight, but he joined the fight. And it took a solid hour and a half to just get things kind of back to even, not even normal, just even. Get all the glass swept up and the tables and chairs put back. And it was a Monday night that I just thought, like, okay, I'm going to get cut and it's just going to be a smooth night, run through my side work, um, do my cash out, sit down, have a beer, drive home, fall asleep. But it turned into probably one of the most memorable nights ever. And again, this wasn't even a night that we were showing a fight. So it just goes to show you, you're never far away from random violence breaking out. So if you work in a sports bar or any other place, uh, I want to hear from you. Where were you when a fight broke out? Maybe you were working at the restaurant. Maybe you were a guest at a restaurant when like a fight broke out. I want to hear from you. But yeah, that was kind of like something I will never forget. And I think that's it for this episode. I want to thank you guys for sincerely to everyone that's watching this video. Thank you so much for taking the time out to even give a hoot about anything that I have to say. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, this is Closing Cyborg. I'm Sean Carson, and I love you all. Thank you so much. Come back.